My name is Barry Pascolutti from Mividas, and in this video I'm going to show you the installation of Mividas. It's going to be split into three parts. In part one I'll do the deployment of the OVA and we'll look at the installer, and then in subsequent parts we will look at configuring, installing and deploying core and rooms and the scheduling portal. As part of this we will also install a Cisco meeting server into my Mividas core. This is one of several videos covering lots of different subjects. For example, what's new in version 4.1, how to install a device into Mividas Rooms, how to schedule and manage a meeting, and so on and so forth. Indeed, if there are any topics that you would like me to cover, please just let me know. Okay, let's dig right in. And we will go to my VMware and we will create a virtual machine. We're creating it from an OVA. Give it a name. And we're just going to drag the OVA file into that area there. Accept those settings. Disk provisioning does need to be thick, and I do want my VM to power on automatically. Click Next, accept those settings, and finish. Okay, this is going to take several minutes to complete. While that is deploying, I just want to have a look at the Mividas documentation. So we'll go to docs.mividas.com, explore, getting started, and VM deployment, and network diagrams. Because I wanted to show you these different ways of deploying Mividas. So we can split the different components across multiple virtual machines if we want to, depending on our scalability and resilience requirements. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to deploy everything into a single virtual machine controlled by the one installer. So that means core, scheduling portal, installer all have the same IP address. There are multiple DNS records, but they will all resolve to that single IP address. Okay, let's go back to VMware. And that is still proceeding. So I will pause the recording and we'll pick that up once that's completed. Okay, so that has now completed. Let's have a look at my virtual machine. And we'll go into the console. And first thing I will do is set its hostname. And then give it an IP address. Give it a static IP. Standard Class C subnet. There's the gateway. It's already picked up the DNS server from DHCP, and I don't want to keep that DNS server. Leave that default right changes. Then the final thing on this page is NTP, which is in fact the same IP address as the DNS server. And that's all I will configure on that page. So continue. There is an admin system account built into the console, and we do need to set that password. And in my environment, I will leave all those other settings as they are. Okay, so to commit those changes, the server does need to reboot. So I'll let that happen. And again, this will take a minute or so, so I'll just pause the recording until that's completed. Okay, that's come back up. I should now be able to browse to that IP address. Make a note of that port number as well. It does have to be that port number. And I've not installed any certificates yet, so I will get the browser security warning, which I will ignore for now. First time in, so we do have to configure a password. This is a different account from the admin account on the console. I keep them the same, and I use the same password, but they are different accounts. And the next thing we need to do is activate the license. Nothing can happen until we have a license key installed. So let's go ahead and set license key. Now you will either have received your license as a PDF file, in which case we just copy and paste the key into this box here. But I've got a .lick file, so that's what I will do. I will choose the file, which is there. and submit. I'll just change my time zone. And save. Now my license gives me access to these additional packages here, so the dev package and the preview. Normally you would just see this tile on the top left. Now the first thing I'm going to do is install a signed certificate. We go to certificates, we'll see it has already created its own temporary certificate. We can generate a CSR from this page. I'm not going to do that. I already have a certificate that I've had signed by my CA. So I will choose the file, choose that one, and the private key. Now, before I upload that, I just want to have a quick look at the certificate itself. You will see it is the full chain. So at the top, that's the server certificate, and then underneath is the root CA certificate. And normally you might have an intermediate in there as well. And if you do, all three certificates do need to be there in chain order. Okay, so I'll upload that. And then we need to tell the server to use that certificate, and that's done in Settings, Server Settings, and SSL. And we can choose our certificate from the drop down there. And save. There's one more thing I need to do, and that is install the root CA certificate, because I want the Mividas installer to trust that certificate authority as well. So we'll upload the CA, choose file, and it's that file there. Upload. And there we go. Now to commit those changes, we need to reboot the server, and that can be done from this page as well. We go to Settings and Maintenance, and I've got a reboot button there. So I'll accept that. I'll close that tab, and we'll wait for the server to reboot. Okay, we are now back up, and I should now be able to browse to the FQDN and see what happens. And there we go. You will see I don't get any browser security warnings anymore, so the browser is happy with that certificate. So I'll log in. And there we go. That is the Mividas installer now correctly installed and set up. And that's where I'll finish this part 1 video. In part 2 and 3, we will continue configuring core and rooms and the scheduling portal, and we will add a Cisco meeting server to Mividas Core. Okay, that's everything I wanted to show you in this video. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to get in touch. My name is Barry Pascolutti. Thank you very much for watching.